Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas, real discussions by the youth on Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas,
hello there and welcome
real
to the Open
discussions.
Up Africa. Open Up Africa brings you detailed discussions by the youth for the youth. And for this edition, I'm joined by Liz and Arafat, as they will be joining us later on. And for this edition, Open Up Africa presents a topic which is as regards our well-being. I think it happens out there, and it might be rare or peculiar to some of you out there, but today we are talking about open relationships. Open relationships happen elsewhere or somewhere near you, or even with you. You might be in an open relationship, and what are they actually, and what are we concerned with open relationships? This is what we are here to discuss, open relationships. And we can delve in open relationships.
I think it's a nice topic. It's a nice topic to discuss about today. But man, you know, open relationships, I even hated that word because it's like open relationship. This is a situation where married couples or people in a relationship agree, both of them agree to have sexual relationship outside of their marriage or their relationship. One of them can do it outside, or two of them, anyone who wants can do it.
And you happen to hate?
I really don't think that if I'm married to someone, it brings any sense for me to let that person dish out my things to someone else.
So you're trying to mean that they are in a relationship, but they can still have a sexual
relations outside their
Actually,
marriage.
it's now it's called consensually non-monogamous relationship. Consensually non-monogamous relationship, whereby it's not monogamous relationship.
Okay.
It's close to being honest. You know, it's like somehow close
Very
to being
honest,
honest. Like you be honest and tell the lover or your partner or your married wife that, you know what, I know that we love each other, but I really have a crush on Liz.
So just
an example.
Just to be clear, you guys, sorry to cut you short, but is it okay? Open relationships happen only with the married couples?
No. It's like
You are together, even
if we are just dating. For instance, if we are dating and
God.
we are in love, and then I happen to tell you, you know what? Yes, I love you. Because I recently had, I saw a video. I don't know, maybe someone was from USA and was like, me loving you, and doesn't it, like the love I have for you cannot be taken away by having sex with someone outside of our marriage or our relationship.
Wow.
I don't think that's true because we do things differently. Look, marriage or relationship is built up on very many things. For instance, there are people who love money in their relationship. There are people who love going out in their relationship. There are people who love like chilling up with their friends in relationship. There are people who love sex. Let's be open on this. There are people who are good at that. People who are good at praying sex, should I say. There are people who are good at loving it being prayed for, you know. People who loves to be given that whole package of it. And there are people out there who are good at giving the package that people need. And if you happen to let me go out and give out my package to someone, which of course I don't know whether it will be that package that the other one wants, so it may turn away that you will develop the sense of loving the other more than me, because perhaps I'm not giving the package you want. You get it? So that's why I think it's really not good for me.
Is it the package of caring, the package of money, the financial package, or some other package?
I think it is about sexual relations out of your...
Out of the wedlock or any relationship.
And I personally think open relationships are okay.
Sure.
Personally, yes. Because let me tell you. Let me give you why.
I don't agree with you.
Let me give you my reason.
Okay.
Because if people sit together, especially married people who have been together a really long time, and they feel like, I love you so much, Sibjo, my partner, I love you so much. We are great partners. We are in this together, but they've been together for like a really long time. Not these newly wed people who take it for granted usually. But the people who have been really married for like a really long time, I think I applaud them for their honesty. Because sometimes I think you want some excitement in your marriage. I've seen this happen actually. Like
Can excitement be out of giving out my things, please? Come on.
No, but you're looking for something new, which, by the way, you could bring home to your partner, and it all works out together. Have you heard of threesomes or whatever it is?
No, threesomes.
Like you all agree. Let's first be clear on that. You are all agreeing, which to me is really okay, as long as you two agree and you're honest about it.
Yeah, it's about agreeing. I agree. Once you agree, that's okay.
Yeah.
But
So
who
it
is
is
that
okay
person
for
that is going to
them.
agree? Who is that one agreeing?
Some people,
'Cause
many
come
people
on,
out here agree.
I cannot
Plus,
just-
it is for
no.
their own good. Maybe
For God's
feelings
sake,
could come
I
up
cannot
and they,
let you out of my thing. You know,
that is you personally,
is-
but there are very many people out here.
But
Yes.
when you look at open relationship, to my perspective, I believe it is more of that phase when you are it's more experimental.
Yeah.
I would say that to me it would be okay. It would be okay
Yeah.
if you get into an open relationship when you are still dating. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because when dating actually is about experimenting, exploring each other.
Yeah.
We have to agree that.
I
But
agree
though,
with
though
that.
it has been
there I
mistaken,
agree.
the dating space, the dating institution, and
Yeah.
courtship should be about learning more,
Yeah, so you'll be
exploring,
sure about
learning.
what you
Yes.
actually really
So
want.
if you bring in open relationship, it means you will go explore, just like you go in a restaurant, taste it. You don't go for a
Yeah.
restaurant for one dish every time.
that's-
I'm just saying.
How about
Okay.
in marriage?
In marriage,
Yeah.
marriage, honestly, open relationship, to me, I believe it's quite off. I want it would be a mix-up.
I know
Okay.
Liz is
But-
not opening up on this, but the truth
I
is,
actually am, and
the
I've given
truth
my
is-
opinion.
The truth is,
And just-
you cannot give out. You cannot really solely and say, please go out and have. It's okay, you can go out and have it with. And
But it's
no.
Like
it,
I
it
said
comes from
before,
a
you
view.
guys,
It comes from a view of agreeing and trust.
Exactly, that is the number one thing here.
Because if
Plus,
you don't have
I
trust,
said-
even if you are married, and
I
you're
said, just to be clear, for the people who have been together a really long time, I've seen this happen, you guys, seriously. They are looking for something better out there or just something exciting. Man, the fun, you feel like you've lost that excitement, that love.
the spark.
There is the love, but then that spark, exactly. You are still looking for something better. Or, you
But
know,
now, how do you like?
to excite your sexual life with your partner, you know. So you,
Does that have to
there are
come
people who
out
have been married for, let's say, 20 years. Seriously,
And it
that
can-
is why actually these
why
old
would
men.
why would you in 40s,
Listen to me.
45 look for someone else to
Exactly.
excite you?
Oh, so many of them look for
You
them
need to
and
take
they
care
know
of your
it.
kids, please. Cool and
Yeah,
You
you're
are taking
talking
care
about
of your
that.
kids, you're taking care of your wife, but also you have someone younger. What are they looking for? Do you know that happens?
But again, we're talking of
Yeah.
open relationships where you can have
Okay,
a
those ones don't
where,
agree.
where you can have a
Yeah, you
sexual
can't be off, I
affair.
know, guys.
We're talking of open relationship where you can have a sexual affair outside your normal,
Yeah.
your normal relationship.
Okay.
But again, it poses another question: how open are we in normal relationships? Because
Let me give
open
you-
relationship,
let me
it
give
comes
you
from the fact that you're already open. You already agree that, you know what, I have another partner out.
Let's be clear on this.
You- it's
Andrew,
okay
I
with
agree with what you're saying, but let's be clear on this. Let me ask you, how many people have you heard saying that I wish, like I know that I have a sense that my husband is cheating on me, but I wish that I don't want to see, I don't want to find them, I don't want to find them, I don't want to find him cheating on me. I wish I could not find him. but I have that sense that he's cheating on me. So imagine that person. A number of people are saying that.
It's
To me, that's
happening.
partly off.
It's
To
true.
me, that's
It's
partly
happening.
off.
You come
because
up
that
and
is
tell
not
the
an
person that
open
really
relationship.
Yeah, that
is
is
you
not.
going
That's
behind
not
their back.
open.
You know,
That's
that
not
is
open.
them thinking you're going behind their back, not an open relationship. Here we're talking about two people agreeing on having sexual relations out of their marriage, right? So yeah,
I agree with that. But now,
Yeah, but-
now, really?
you don't. I wouldn't want my man to
Because
also go out and be like, you know?
there's a research I've seen that it was done in USA that out of 40% of the 500 married couples that the research was done on found that 40% of men say they would go for non-monogamous relationship, and 25% of women say yes, they would go for the same non-monogamous relationship. What does that mean? For this, it has shown me that women, they don't buy the idea as men do, because if
We are
men
not
they
the
are
same.
40,
We're not the same.
if men are buying it at 40 and women are buying it at 25, according to that research, man, it's really showing how women really cannot go for open relationship. But to be specific, on my side, I cannot buy for open relationship.
Our topic is open relationships. How free is society when it comes to open relationships?
Yeah.
Having a sexual affair outside the official relationship that you hold. Our hashtags are Open Up Africa on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can tweet us. We will be checking some of
But
your
are you
tweets.
cutting off before she says something?
No,
No,
actually
she
not.
haven't- she haven't
I
explained
was
to
actually
me.
going to follow up. Oh, you still have a
Would
question?
you allow me, let me take this as if I'm your boyfriend. Okay, I'm your husband actually. Being a boyfriend is something simple because
Yeah,
still,
husband, we are.
I know most of you go out and do it even when we're in a relationship. But now the thing is, would you allow me to have the relationship with your friend, another girl out there, and you know that today Arafat has gone to have it with maybe Jennifer, and then you stay in your bed and cool? What does that bring in your mind when you think of that?
So first of all, I feel like you didn't get my point from the word go. If you are my partner, okay, the way you say the whole situation, I don't think I personally want you to go out there. Personally, no. But also, I am open, very open, to us adding a little salt or spice to our relationship, if need be. Okay?
Does that
Now,
bring
I'm
in
not
salt?
allowing you. Wait. I'm not allowing you to go out there, sleep around with my friends, as you're saying it. Like, no. But if we have been married a long time and I feel we need that, I will bring it to you and be like, babe, you know what? How about we, you know,
We go explore.
and like, of course, I expect you to like have some respect. I shouldn't find you in my own bed with that person or something like that. But yeah, I would definitely like.
So, Liz, do you believe
At some point in our marriage, not 2 years in, 4 years in, hell no.
when the spark is still there? So, you want to tell me that it would work for you if your husband went out and they brought something. They say, lady, I brought this kangaroo style. We should try
Them
it.
having told me about it before?
Yeah, of course, we are talking about
Exactly.
open
If
relationship.
we are talking about it,
It's open. It has to be open.
depending on the situation, depending on how I think I can contribute. Heck yeah.
So
At some point, people at some
actually, Andrew, you
point
didn't get what she said.
in the
She
relationship.
I got
said,
it.
she said
I got
it would work for her
Okay, I
after
think
20
to
years
that
in
you-
marriage.
Exactly.
After
That's
long
what she
time.
said.
Because
She
I
didn't
would
say
love-
that before 20 years in marriage she
Yeah.
can't have it.
Yeah.
20 years in
So
marriage
we
she
asked-
can't have it, but then 20 years after she can have it. That means for you to not open, you cannot manage your relationship, because even by then some
I
people have already
definitely
divorced.
This is Open Up Africa,
Some
and we
people
are
have already
filming from
divorced.
La Villa. It's
Yeah.
located in Nyautama. Try out this place, so it's very nice. So actually, with the topic open relationship, we are shortly going to check out the views on our different social media platforms,
Like
especially Twitter, where the discussion is already trending. So we're going to check them out after the break.
Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas, real discussions by the youth on Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa.
Right now, the topic in the room is open relationship. Just join us on our social media platform. And we've been having different views here, and would like to also to share your views on Twitter. Let's check up first the Twitter.
Says, well, I support open relationships so much. I like the ideas where we can be able to love more than one person and be transparent about it with all of them. I mean, what's the reason of being in a marriage where you can't be transparent with your partner about everything?
There's a point there. Before open relationship, we have to be having trust and transparency. Before they go for it, this is a couple that agrees. They're like,
Exactly.
we miss
You
this,
open up.
we need this.
I agree. There are those who can agree because they know they are good
But
at
there are
cheating.
not many.
Because they are good at cheating.
not
I know.
No, but again, we have a
People
problem.
who already have that sense of cheating
We have
will
a
always go
problem.
for open relationship.
We have a problem
Me,
with today's relationships that we think
no,
are
man.
smart.
I
They go
can
behind
do-
each other's backs because they
Exactly.
don't discuss
I have a
things.
I
question
can
for
only
you,
do that
Arafat.
during courtship, during searching for someone to be
I have a
together.
question
But I
for
cannot do
Arafat.
it when I've reached in my home. Because
So
that
Arafat,
is disrespect. Even what will I tell my children? How will my children be looking
how
at
are
me
your
going
children
out there?
going in your sexual
How will my
relationship?
children be looking at me slaying with another lady and yet I have their mother?
You don't
Man,
have-
come on,
okay.
man. It can't work for
So
me.
I have a question for you, and this is a real life question. Would you rather have someone cheat on you behind your back all the
You rather do it
time?
me unknowingly. You rather do it me unknowingly.
You
This
have
is what is
answered my
happening now.
question.
This is
Wow.
what is happening.
You rather do it me unknowingly. Because
That
I
is how you
cannot-
get diseases, and you're just out there being okay. Seriously.
If I get diseases, she'll be infected first. It's our life.
Okay.
If she doesn't love her life, then she will actually
You die.
contact me.
But oh well.
So we
The
could go
truth
for.
is no more.
That is
But I think
cannot
before
go for
open
that.
relationships, we have to get it clear. Before open relationship, there's trust, openness, that room for discussion, and you agree that let's explore, let's
Yeah,
light up.
He's not getting that.
I think
point.
that's, yeah, for him is against
That's
it.
what I was
I
telling
It's
you.
against it as
The
well.
more you explore, the more you find difference. And the difference I'm telling you is what
Causes a
causes.
problem.
It will actually distract and destroy your marriage if you're in marriage.
Yeah, something
Because
good.
you will find Arafat, I'm good at that, and find Kazibwe, who is not good at that. Yet you are the husband. Then what we need to, you will always be calling me. Then you will cut time for your
Well, what's
for your
the
wife,
point if you're not happy?
for your
and
husband.
in
You
a
will cut your time for
relationship?
your husband. If you are giving your husband maybe 7 hours a day, you will be giving me the 6, and then you will give the husband only 1 hour. So what does that mean? It will be leading your marriage into. You'll be killing your marriage.
But that is
Okay,
when
I
selfishness
understand your
kills,
point.
kicks
I
in. as
actually
well.
understand his point.
He has a point.
Yeah, like
Because even you have
at
seen
some
in
point-
even normal relationships
Because
when
you are
cheating
skipping
comes-
what you know. You are just jumping away and you are making things easy because you don't want to open up. The thing is, once you give out things, you will either experience better or worse. There are two things.
But also,
You are burnt, then you come back.
part
Yes.
of the openness
So-
to me, Arafat.
Once it happens, you reach to someone who is good at that. Coming back is a come on, you won't.
That is what you're worried about. I understand that. But also part of the openness here to me is if you are unhappy, if you feel like something is not right, or you just feel like it's no longer like it used to be, you open up, talk to the person, and you'll find some solutions.
But again, I have a question. You talk about opening up. You're right, by the way. But in most relationships that we are seeing, there's no openness. People don't open up. They don't talk. You won't go to Arafat as
Yeah,
you say.
well, they don't.
As you say,
I wish you
Arafat,
could give
and
me
you say,
time.
darling,
What do you mean?
darling, you're 2 minutes man.
The
You
thing
will not
is-
mention it. Yeah, I mean, it's reality that darling, you're a 1 minute man. You've heard that song,
No.
right? So
Lord God.
There's
I
only
need,
one
I
point.
need
that-
5 hours.
To me, there's one point that explains that. Only one point that explains that is if I feel I want to explore, I'm tired of you, because that's what it means to me. That means I'm tired of you. If I'm tired of you, instead of saying, okay, well, let's look for something that can make us, let's find someone else. No, we quit.
Arafat,
we quit the relationship.
Arafat, you have
we
to
quit.
be
I
It
get
didn't mean
someone.
anything to you in the
Arafat,
start,
do you think
really.
that people who cheat are tired of their relationships or their husband? You mean if somebody goes out and cheats, they don't want they don't love their wives or husband?
What does that mean then?
You said that
Yes, of course, it means you
don't love
you
them.
have lost that feeling that you really always
There are many
experienced.
But
feelings.
then love means a whole lot more
a
than
package.
just your feeling.
Come on.
You know, if
Then-
you love
then-
someone,
then-
you're willing to try over and over for them to be yours forever.
I know.
So Weblink UG says it requires very clear and predefined boundaries. It requires very clear and predefined boundaries, otherwise it might spark off comparisons, which actually annoys the basic partner if brought up during conversations or verbal fights.
That has to come out.
Which boundaries?
No, you
Three
see,
boundaries. Which
boundaries
three
is right, because it's like, for example, if you're in an open relationship, it means that at this time I'll be with this person, at this time I'll be here. So if you don't know that stipulate boundaries,
Yeah.
like, and clarity in that, you'll end up spending the whole month at the other side
And I think-
living your true
But
Yeah, I
relationship.
think this
haven't
person
had
is
your.
right.
I haven't had your. I don't know. Maybe you said it, but I haven't had your
But
standpoint.
my standing
okay
point was,
with
I'm
open
okay as long as you're still dating.
And then
That
in
was
marriage.
in marriage. I was like, no,
Come on, I can't give it
But
up.
also I think there is.
Me, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm very
but it
scared.
is again risky. It is risky, just like other things.
You guys, I think
Me,
there comes
by
a
the
point.
time you come on table and tell me, Arafat, we are married and this, but now I want us to have a relationship, I'll tell you, what, baby?
It doesn't come up like that.
Think
first of all.
twice. I would tell her,
Just-
please think twice. If you think you're done of me, please let's get it done. That's the point I can make out here. No way.
Okay, so I wanted to conclude a bit with myself. I wanted to conclude with I think there comes a problem in the open relationships. There comes a problem at some point where you start comparing your relationship to,
With others,
Yeah,
that's a big mistake that people.
yeah. But
It
also,
does. That's what
I
it
still
meant
stand with
plainly.
open relationships. I'm okay with it.
But the world goes, if you
As
look
long
at,
as
and it is
we have spent some good
it's
time
you
in
ladies
marriage.
who most of the time bring comparison. That me, we are riding a wheelbarrow. Why don't I go with a motorcycle? But in your capability with your man, you can afford a wheelbarrow, not a motorcycle,
You can still,
and you can still move.
you
with
can
a
still
wheelbarrow.
stay. You can still, as you explaining all those wheelbarrows and all those cars. Let me tell you something. You can still stay
Okay.
in your marriage and be happy. Marriage is all about, or relationship is all about advancement. You keep advancing yourself. I'm not mature in that, but I know. You keep advancing yourself. A Ugandan man say that I don't know what it means in you can explain that in English.
It means pruning. If you look at most flowers and most
Yeah.
plants, if you prune for it, you
Yeah.
remove the
Yeah.
old leaves and
Yeah.
it stays. Yeah, it has.
Instead
blossoms
of
very
going out to look out for those who look nice and beautiful and what,
Who have already
you can
been
still
pruned.
prune your wife. You can do the pruning in your home. And
Even
on your
even
wife.
wives pruning husbands.
Yes. And they can continue to prune us so that we get what? We get better to where they want us, but not
Great.
going out for something else. That's my point.
Okay, to the last words.
I love open relationships. And I still stand for them to happen to those who want them. And yeah, not that. Man, we should just be careful.
I
out
pray it doesn't
there
happen on
and-
you.
Open relationships?
The case it is, whatever case it is, but I pray just it doesn't happen to me because you
So-
won't like it.
No,
So to you out there who's watching
Perhaps
this,
if
just
you
know that
experienced it.
open relationships are going to be there in society. They are going to come closer to you. tomorrow you might find yourself in an open relationship.
Yeah.
Or
Leave
you
some
might
comments.
be, but of course you can't be in an open relationship when you're not aware, because it revolves around openness first and the trust. So I think there's also we'll go into another session one day of dating, because it's a sect, it's just a small unit in dating that we still have to delve in. This has been Open Up Africa. The discussion still goes on our social media channels. Just go and check at Open Up Africa, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Join the discussion. We are ever ready there to interact with you. Subscribe
Open
on
Up
our
Africa.
channel. And this is a bye for now. Cheers.
Hey, people.